clone of her, though.
You had to go and ruin my fun. This is why I detest humans.
Fuck your fun. Go kill yourself.
No, it can't be, but that's the bandage I used to dress her wound.
I should introduce myself. I am Sombron's daughter, the Fell Princess.
I don't care. Get lost.
You may call me Vale. Pleased to make...
Vale. How could you deceive
Like-
us like this?
Ugh.
Deceive you?
This is like ruining a
never even
perfectly
spoken
good
before.
moment.
What?
I understand, like, we already kind of got the understanding that Vele is, the dragon because of the
As you
last
wish.
chapter. We kind of already understood that. And as well, the fact that she was using the purple magic, literally the same purple magic that, like, killed the mum. Like, it was really kind of foreshadowed in, like, 2 different events. Like, it feels kind of stupid
If it isn't the divine
to, like,
dragon and their merry
have it be this massive thing
fancy
here.
running into you here.
I understand that they want to do this multi-battle thing,
I know you.
but even
You're the
still,
righteous Storm Fury
why
of
do a
Castle.
multi-battle, and why not just have it be
Not much
that
of
you do a
greeting,
battle
friend.
and then maybe,
But I
you know,
guess
some
the
time
fault is mine for
passes,
not properly introducing
because, you
myself.
know, we killed Hyacinth,
You
so the
have
Fell
my
Dragon needs a little
apologies
bit
for
more
my
time to
actions
consume the
and
blood
fear
properly or
and
something.
I take responsibility
And just make
for what
it
he's
better.
done.
Like, I feel like the
Comfort
story
in
is
the fact
actually
I
is
killed
blundered here.
What?
From, like, a player
As for who
emotional
I am,
point of,
my
like,
name is
a
Zephyr.
point of, like, you know,
I am a
emotional
mage
impact.
dragon of great
Because it,
power.
like, I don't care about
And
any
Lord
of this shit
Sombron's
now.
humble
I
servant
don't
in
care
all
about it. Like,
things.
if it was like, oh man, it was
As
really
for
tough,
my
but I get to
companion,
kill Hyacinth, I would care so
They
much
are
more about
like
this.
family to me.
There's more VR, here's a
Together
character
we
who
are
we can
known
actually
as the
recruit.
Four
But I
Hounds.
don't give a shit about any of
Tell
these
yourself
characters
that.
now. It says,
She's
oh
a
man, we have an
dragon,
edgy
and the
dude,
rest
we
of us are
have
humans.
Miss Riding
Family,
Hood
she
but
calls
evil,
us.
Thought,
The
and then
name's
more VR.
Grace, and I'm not the prisoner-taking type.
Call me Marnie. I heard we
I don't care about any of you.
But you.
It's like, oh man, these are but these are the big bad of the next part of the game. It's like, I don't care now.
Lady Vale has told us much about you.
Like, why should I care about any of these characters?
You're in our way.
One of them has been in the game. 2 of them were shown before. Morvia is new.
Everyone, engage with emblems.
But like, I don't give a shit about this. It doesn't matter. Vele is boring at this
Something
point.
the matter?
It would be way interesting if Vele was kind of...
The draconic time crystal. Of course you had it with you all along. Sorry, but I just had to take it back again. I grabbed it during your little chat with Zephyr. Amazing you didn't notice. You must not be very bright.
Hold on. You used it?
Yes. Now all your rings are here, right where they
Like,
belong.
I feel like this as well. This only exists
6
because
and
they
I had
did
to
the
admit I'm
plot
impressed.
twist in 3 Houses
Father,
where your dad
the
is about to
Emperor
die and then you go back in time to save him. And they're like, oh, that was such a good moment though, so we'll do that again here. But this doesn't do anything. It just makes it feel shittier. Like, you had a really hard moment, cool, anyway, like we had a ridiculously hard boss who literally killed one of the most likable characters in the game. Good, you don't get to kill them, you don't get to do anything to them. They get to have their wish granted. They summon the ultimate demon, who then fucks with all of your team, and then on top of that, it's just like, oh, cool, man, like, awesome, we don't even get to kill Hyacinth. Also, here are some, like, super mega bad guys that you're gonna have to take out. It's so much overload, and it's so little payoff to anything. Like, Vele being the Fell Dragon, yeah, that makes sense, we've also had that, so that works. But there's too much shit happening. Vele should be in the shadows still. The Fell Dragon should be here. That means that Vele can kind of do shit. And we know that Vele had the time crystal, so she could just have the hood still on and be like, I remember dropping this after I killed your mother, and now I used it again to have the rings. Like, you could still have her here without her, you know, having her disguise blown. And then just have the other 4 characters not be there. Like, this emotional impact means jack shit. Because the player reaction to having Hyacinth be like, oh man, I'm the big bad, anyway, I might just have you restart a few times. And this doesn't mean jack shit to me either. Like, oh no, the little lolly girl has our emblem rings, and now we'll have to, one by one, get them back and shit. Like, I don't care. None of this has emotional impact to me.
Oh.
Because I'm just
So now you wanna turn
agitated.
tail and run? We have all your rings and you have nothing. Abandon hope. You will all die.
Give them back! Give them back to me!
And like, oh, this is the big payoff of our mother dying, is just, now we're just fucked. Awesome. That's so cool, man. Like, damn, oh man, I feel super happy about the game now. It's such a disappointment.
You have nowhere to run.
I don't
Rings-
care.
Player-
This is like immediately, and the annoying thing is this isn't even
have to
satisfying.
No, I don't have to tell you, but we can at least
Okay, so we'll bring this, we'll continue this in the next episode. Hope you have a lovely day. Fuck this game. I'll see you in the next episode. Hello everyone, and welcome back. We're in Chapter 11, Retreat. We have to use the same units as last time. Emblem rings. We don't have any normal emblem rings anymore. Because we don't like fun or anything like that. We just want pain and suffering. That is what Intelligent Systems came to my house and said to me. So just wanted to bring that up to you all. The plot revelations on the last map was essentially just, we hate you, please uninstall the game. We don't want to give you any satisfaction, we don't want to have you have any fun. We kind of just don't like you in general, is essentially the themes, at least that I picked up. Yeah, sure, why not? But yeah, essentially it felt really bad last episode. It was just like thing after thing of bad news. And none of it felt cool. It just felt like they wanted to have a plot twist similar to a previous game. And they just didn't really know how to do it, so then they just kind of threw it at the wall and said, oh, it'll work. Which it makes it feel stupid. So essentially what happened in the previous episode is that, oh man, Valet was evil this entire time. Which, that's a cool plot twist. It was kind of also foreshadowed. But that doesn't make it cool. This boss, I can't wait to see people just actually kill with them. Literally, she has the inverse effect of us. But, overly unfun map. I had to use the time crystal a few times. And now we just have, you know, this map, which is a get to the end of the game map, which is essentially here. We do get another Master Seal. I mean, we could level up another one of our units, but then at the same time, it kinda doesn't matter to a degree. But I guess we'll give it a go. We'll change. She's so close. Everyone's so close to leveling up. It feels like I just want to hold off on it. So we're just gonna swap spaces. Celica, I thought someone else. Yeah, Celica. Oh no, I see. Yeah, I really don't know how to go about this map, really. I think Chloe has to be in the back most part. Something like this. We'll save. But yeah, I was really unsatisfied with the previous episode. The gameplay was fun, and it was challenging, and I actually really had to kind of like re-hone my strategy on the fly like 5 times. However, on hard mode at least, it really felt like the odds were just typically against you. Like it wasn't designed for you to actually really make it out. Which was something I felt was really annoying. But anyway, let's get into this. So yeah, like in the last episode, it was literally just like, whoa, massive plot twist! And it was just like, okay. Like, it didn't feel satisfying is the problem. And the sad music's playing, it's all meant to be like super somber. But yet again, I don't feel anything other than annoyance because I don't get to have fun in my video game.
Here we go.
And there was no real satisfying end of Hyacinth. He just died because big man want big snack. Which is such a stupid way for a unit to die.
There's a ring.
I think...
Why? What's the point?
Anytime.
Like, I understand that it's trying to really
My
build
will is
motivations. And that it's trying to really make it feel like we're in this massive peril and, you know, we're going to get out by the skin of our teeth and it's going to be this really dramatic and amazing experience. But it's not, because my player expectation and all of that stuff has been broken. I don't feel like, you know, it's fun. Gameplay-wise, it's basically just a swamp map. We're gonna have to constantly be on the move. So if your units are just not good enough, you kinda just die. Oh, and this feels fair. Like, it kinda feels like a slap in the face to the player. Like, oh, remember how much fun you were having? Well, how about we throw that back at you? Wouldn't that be fun? And it's just like, you don't bring in fun mechanics so then you can fuck with someone later. You bring in fun mechanics to have them, you know, make the characters and players feel, you know, stronger and shit like that. And like, I understand. Really, Freeze on this map?
Go, my corrupted.
Well, cool. Louis is basically fucking dead now. Awesome.
Still quite capable.
Oh, it was +1 because of the tome activation. I was so confused about why there was a +1 there. That's an okay level up. Like, what am I supposed to feel? Like, that's my main gripe here.
I'll never
Is, am I meant to feel hopeless? Am I meant to feel like I want to die inside? Am I meant to feel like literally that all hope is lost, I should just end the game right now? Because all hope being lost literally just means give up. But the game obviously has more content. It doesn't want you to give up. However, it's literally in every single way it physically can trying to punch you in the face. Okay, and the fact that Lance fighters are... Oh, wait, no, it's because he has the ring. But, like, yeah, the fact that, like, you literally just can't do jack shit this entire mission, and the entire mission is essentially just fuck you for playing our game, it feels really bad. I know from a narrative perspective, this is really cool. it's a good subversion, it makes the player feel uneasy, but from an actual game development side of things, it feels really shitty. It just feels like having a moment to have the player characters and the player. I have to be on this tile, so I have to hit the 60. If I don't hit the 60, Louis might just die. Good, we hit it. But like the fact that, you know, a character's entire life depended on the fact that I hit that is kind of dumb. Like, that shouldn't really be a thing. And I understand, like it's cool narratively, right? Like, oh man, you have no rings, they have all the rings. It's literally rock bottom, so then we only can go up from here and stuff. And, you know, oh man, it's gonna make the hero's journey harder, and it's gonna really reinforce and make the main character actually feel like they really went through a lot of shit. Because that's a lot of, I feel like a lot of this game and this chapter and the last chapter were essentially just, you know, intelligent systems saying, so you don't like how kind of sometimes Mary Sue-esque characters like Corin and stuff, oh fine, we'll fix that. We'll just make it that it's insufferable. And that doesn't make it feel better, it just makes it feel worse.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
And that's like one of my main issues here, is none of the gameplay here is interesting, none of the gameplay here offers, like, it doesn't feel amazing. It kind of just feels like, yeah, we're doing this now.
Don't fear for me.
Tomahawk could be useful. But, like, do I even want to risk it? They could have a lot of crit. Oh, it actually doesn't have that much crit. I didn't think of that. I didn't think it would not have a lot of crit. Because Tomahawks in almost every other game has just been a unit that has high, a thing that has high, shit. Like, the thing as well is it's like, it isn't even like a majorly particularly hard level or anything. It's just meant to be this moment where you feel shitty and that you don't feel like, you know, things will be good for now. Two misses there for the crits. That's fine at the end of the day. Good level up though, good level up. And like, it just makes it feel really shitty because, so we have a person with adaptable, we have a person who can warp in, we have a person who can literally move halfway across the map. Like, what are we meant to do at that point? And then I think if you do actually kill one of them, it doesn't matter, because now I have to deal with this guy. He has a killer lance. Like, are you kidding me? I now just have to deal with a character who's a killing lance. Like, it feels like you really have to just funnel your units in here and just try to just survive, which, yet again, really good for gameplay feel to match the tone, because it matches the tone perfectly. However, yet again, you're telling me that you're going to introduce a character who's super awesome and super likable, kill him off, which is a very, very, like, it could really go bad for you type of move.
I'm on a mission.
Hey, we finally have a good frame flip. But, like, you're gonna do all of this shit.
Is it go time?
Like, it feels overly too much. Like, it feels like the developers are really trying to force a non-Mary Sue agenda. And be like, no, but we don't have Mary Sue's. Like, look at all the pain and suffering this person has had to go through. And it's just like,
Yes.
yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Wind actually kills. But yet again, killing this Sigurd doesn't do it. Killing the Sigurd is bad for us. And I think that's the most annoying thing.
I will not forget
Is
your loss.
killing units in this map is bad. It's trying to like really hard end force you into the one thing that they want you to do, which is just basically stick around and be a dumbass. And that doesn't feel fun, it doesn't feel rewarding, it just feels so boring. And like here, if we sacrifice like a movement, which would make her so much worse on this map. And like, if we just don't have everyone stocked full of vulnerates, I feel like you just lose this mission automatically. Because Fram definitely can't stay back and heal everyone. Also, freeze. Why is it here? Like, are you serious?
The corrupted alone aren't enough. Hounds?
I understand what...
Which of those morons is gonna...
Orders are orders. I just hope the other side gets a few good slices.
We won't let them escape, Lee.
Where's the fun, is what I'm asking.
How can we...
Oh man, we now have Ivy, that's so
Does
crazy!
not look so good, and they have no...
I am back.
Zokov?
I was unable to recover the stolen rings from the dragon, but I...
Oh, pretty crisp.
Perhaps these gifts...
Let's hope.
Like, it's cool, we now have Ivy. Ivy's one of the characters who we're actually going to be
Princess
using.
Ivy?
I wanted to try one last time to change my but I did retrieve these rings from Destinia Cathedral.
You got 2 rings.
Yes, here they are. The ring of the Lady of the Plains and the ring of the Princess Exalt.
Are you sure about...
Right
So
now,
one of them's probably
for my
Corin.
kingdom, I know this isn't enough.
Of course, Simon. The ring of the Lady of the Plains belongs with you. Sweep across!
Yeah, so we have Lynn now, which makes sense. But yet again, this doesn't change much. At the end of the day, it really makes me just wish I made Eddie a Bonai. But I guess we'll do that with a second seal.
I'm Lindis. Just call me
Good old Lindis.
Ready?
Lindis is her regal name. Yeah.
Reignite us!
Oh, we got the... Okay, we got the Lucina one. Good old promo art there. I do like the poses, and I do like how they're kind of doing it like Heroes, where it's like... there's the amiibo stance, and like, you know, there's like her stance when she does like certain things. I think that's her stance when she does a victory pose.
It is I.
Lucy?
I may not be the Hero King, but I can aid you. For now,
I do like how
only
people
stay.
kind of, even
As
without
long
the
as we
mask,
survive,
people are like,
hope
Marth?
will now.
That's a cute little touch. Dual Strike is actually super awesome. And then we now have the Time Crystal again. However, yet again, this doesn't change the fact that this entire chapter has made me want to literally uninstall game.
Yes.
Like, that's the thing that matters so much here. Is game feel, and yet again, they haven't done anything to that. Oh right, yeah, she just can't move because fuck you.
If I can, I shall.
I think I just need to move her in general upward. So then you can just move in.
Come and face me.
So Wu Dao has crit. It's essentially a better killing edge, is what it is, basically. Do amend here. We can have a look at all of the evil, mega evil units. So she doesn't actually have any personal skills, so she's not a character to grab. One thing I guess is good is that the fact that these units now have the rings, which means there's less rings in general. So, yeah. Contemplave is literally the skill I would want on a unit. The thing that's interesting is none of these characters actually have any droppable items. I understand that literally it would basically be impossible for a lot of people. But I know for a fact that there are so many people who would hardcore be like, yeah, I can do this. Here's Zelkov. We can't use him in our playthrough, but may as well use him for a little bit. Because yet again, we can use any characters. The turn, like kind of like the thing we get them. Kagetsu, show us that awesome snazzy Swordmaster crit or not.
Unfortunate.
The Swordmaster crit in this game is pretty okay. I like it a lot. This isn't good, but I want to give her... Yeah. Really? Really now?
No mistakes.
Double miss on that. Come on, Crown Princess of Illusia, show us what you got. I like that, how she gets that extra hit in and stuff like that. But yet again, really not enjoying. Like, this feels cool now that we've gotten to the point where it's like, oh, now there's actually like a little glimmer of hope because now we have those new units. So, like, it's not all bad, but it still feels so shitty to have had a map where it feels like they want to have a second act in the game that really, really feels impactful. I feel like they could have just done it way better. I feel like this map would have been the perfect point to reveal Vale as the person who killed our mother, and also introduce these four. If it was just the, you know, Fell Dragon there with the hooded lady who killed our mother, and the hooded lady is like, I dropped that time crystal, but I have it back now, and I also have the rings, and gives it to the Fell Dragon, and then we just, like, you know, fucking run away. We're like, we can't do this, we have to retreat. And then we have this mission, and then they bring in the four people, and then they have their introductions, and they do all their cool things. I think that would work far better for us. We want this Tomahawk. Really? No crit? Like, I know at the end of the day it isn't 30. It is, like, technically kind of low. But it's also not.
I have it.
Okay, we got that Tomahawk.
Dig this grave.
Zelkov, I love you. I can't wait to use you in another playthrough, I guess. Okay. Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't die.
You put up a good fight.
Okay. So yet again,
I'll go first.
would like to get a crit, but at this point I just want to get out of the level. Like, I like the fact that it's a two-parter. I like the fact that so much plot revelation happens. I just feel like it could have been handled in a way better way that made it feel more satisfying. than it kind of ends up being. Because to not be rude, this doesn't feel that satisfying as a player. Yeah, we instantly get to kill this unit.
I'm here.
Pretty weak.
Okay.
Here goes. Lend me your...
Just had to cough. Sorry, everyone. Man, I
My
kinda
word is
disappointed. This is a very big low point, narratively and gameplay wise. I was hoping that doing that would just generally help. I guess we have a pretty similar speed than that unit and I. Such an... Yet again, I would have loved to be able to use him, but sadly we can't. Okay, that's it. We're just skipping this.
Here until the end. Come on, everyone. Let...
Man, you can just skip it that easy, huh? Man, like, it feels like there was so much bulk on the first half.
This way.
Yeah.
We can travel to Solm through this forest. I hate to abandon Hortensia, but staying in the kingdom is not an option.
There's too much we're leaving behind.
It's painful, but we can't turn back. We'd lose everything.
I will lead the way.
I failed you, Martha. I failed you all.
So, Ivy was scheming against us.
Actually go die.
She stole 2 emblems from right under my nose. How irksome. Regardless, the advantage is mine. I have all of the rings they gathered. You shall all be destroyed. I will gut your allies.
I think the reason why this doesn't matter to me is there's no point to Vele. Like, even Hortensia, oh no, like Hyacinth. Even Hyacinth has more motivation for being evil than Vele.
Sombron's daughter.
Like,
Now
oh,
she
but
has
I'm
our
I'm the
emblems.
daughter of the evil guy, so I'm evil.
I'm
Like,
sorry,
that
everyone.
doesn't compel anything.
I should never have.
Sombrom is like part of these
It's
peoples
not your
who's like
fault, Divine One.
literally been worshipping the
I
Fel
should
Dragon for
apologize.
centuries, and now
I asked you
finally
to
has a
let me
chance
fight.
to revive the ancient
I
Fel
was so
Dragon,
angry about what
and
they'd
show
done.
that, you know,
What about me?
Ecclesia is
I'm
like
the
the
one who
king,
wanted
like
to
is the
return
ultimate
Father
king
to
of all
That was
nations.
illogical.
That's such a better motive than, oh, I guess
If you
I'm just
hadn't gotten
evil
in the
though.
way-
Calm down, everyone. We're on the same side.
No, we're not. If not for her, we might have made it in time. We might have saved him.
Oh, Chris.
Also, Orchrist,
Princess
literally,
Ivy
I
told
know
us
that
about
their
the
dad
ritual
has
in
been
the
evil
first
for a
place.
bit,
Without
but
her help,
literally their dad died
Father
too.
would still be one of those creatures.
Diamant? She helped kill our father. Why are you making excuses for her?
Princess Ivy's not to blame. Her father was. And the Fel Dragon murdered him. There wasn't even a body left behind.
Arguing won't get us anywhere.
Apologies, Divine One. Princess Ivy, I hope you'll forgive my brother. He spoke out of turn.
No, it's all right. I am sorry that I couldn't stop the ritual.
I can't bear the thought that I'll never see him again. And the ring he spent his whole life protecting. Gone.
We have suffered loss after
Like,
loss.
literally, yet
The
again, like,
emblems aren't
emotion,
dead.
like, story
We can still
standpoint,
get them back.
really
And
good.
we will.
Player standpoint, really
know, I
bad.
Divine One.
You still have emblems on your side.
Shut the fuck up, Lynn.
That's right.
We're being
Don't
depressed.
forget about us.
I do find it funny how they get the two
Lucina.
most waifu-y waifu characters to be the two characters you get after your depressing
You can
arc.
still challenge your fate. You don't lose by retreating.
I wish it didn't come to this. My mother told me that a divine dragon should never run away.
That doesn't matter
We're
now.
not running away. As Lucina said, we're retreating.
Also,
There's a
you already
difference.
ran away. You ran away
Time
from
and
Vele
again,
at the
you've
start
shown
of the
true
chapter.
bravery, but refusing to move on.
There's courage.
Okay,
and
anyway.
Perhaps, probably now at least. We're not running away. I'll make sure.
Yeah.
What do you say, every-
Yeah. I just want to get past this really irksome part of the story. Man, I kind of wish I wasn't going blind so I could have known the pain of these chapters. And I think the more annoying thing as well is we haven't even had enough time to really fully get advantage out of those rings either. So I don't even get to, get the break defenses skill. So now I literally lose like half of the strategies I was working towards. Like, from almost every perspective possible, it just makes it feel shitty. I would actually not even doubt for a second that there have been multiple people who have quit the game basically at that mission. Because it's just that, like, why bother moment when it's like, well, we only have 2 emblem rings, all the strategies I was thinking about are now gone, and, some people might have lost some units there. Like, if they maybe, like, didn't go as all in on, or maybe they had a weaker unit that, couldn't stand up too much, like, they could have just lost units, and it was not even their fault. Like, Hyacinth is way overstated, he shouldn't be that tanky with that much health. He essentially had +20/+20 defense and res, and then like 50 health, basically like 100 health, 20/20 defense, with offensive stats that may, for you, have the bow equipped. If he has the bow equipped, as you saw in the previous episode, yeah, you can actually kind of do something. But could you imagine him having the Mani Kati equipped as he went into that? Literally, like, it would be so much worse, because the only reason I was able to win was because I used backup. And yet again, if I didn't make the Divine Dragon sword fighter, I would have actually had a way harder time in that mission. So, it's just adding up all on over every single little thing. And it just feels so overly shitty, like, over everything that we've done. It's just like, oh, now no more fun. Like, that was the fun part of the game. Now suffer. And it's like, come on, guys.
Hi.
We don't get to have rightful revenge on the characters who killed both our parent and another person's parent. Just 2 people we just don't get to have any revenge for. Like, really? Just like no revenge at all. No nothing.
I don't do anything
Just
by
like,
halves.
yo player, you know this game that you may have spent like maybe 10 hours or
Another
maybe
win for
13,
Etienne.
14 hours investing in?
Lovely around.
Honestly, just why did you bother? Like, honestly, you're so stupid. Like, oh man, like how stupid are you? Like, that's how it feels like. It doesn't feel like anything nice happened. It just feels like, for the sake of hurting the player's feelings, like, doing it. Which feels so dumb and silly. So we can promote her. And we may as well. We have 2. Oh, actually, she might be good for a level or 2. Yeah, I think we definitely want you to level up into your final class, which will be Swordmaster. So, yeah, we'll give Ivy a little bit of chance to do something first. +3 speed. So useful. And then I think Chloe has finally reached the point where we should change her class as well. Wyvern Knight. I do want to be Wyvern Knight with swords, though, is the problem. So I guess we'll have to look and see if... We'll have to go into emblem training and see, because we have to get like swords on her, because at the end of the day we want her to have a leaf as the secondary. Level 8. That's kind of crazy. Level 6. Okay. So Chloe with Lucina.
This should be a picturesque match.
And then we'll do this 2 times.
Let's see what you can do.
To get to Sword Prof. Like how she actually just full on destroys Lucina here. I find that mildly amusing.
And the matches to come. Hey, Lucina, if you have time, do you want to come to the market with me?
That sounds delightful. I'm so very interested in seeing the settlements of this world.
I like how she always has the emblem of Exalt in her eye. That's right. Okay. Yet again, emblem, Chloe with Lucina. Just getting that sword prof.
I am Chloe, Royal Knight of Firene.
I wonder how much harder Lucina's stats will be now. Pretty fair, honestly.
I lost? I always do my best. Now and in the matches to come.
Yep, she now has sword prof. And then one more emblem maybe. I don't know if there's anyone really who I want to have that. So I guess at this point we really just want to give our main character as much levels as possible, really. But yet again, now that the Roy ring is gone, my strategy about the reclassing is now way different. That's so much fun. Like, really though? Like, does it have to be this like extreme of a shakeup? Like, I know, like, oh, at the end of the day we have 2 rings that are like of 2 really fan favorite characters, but oh my god, we get absolutely destroyed. But that doesn't change the fact. Why are we getting magic as a sword user? We already had a conversation available there. One more of these. I guess we'll go for Diamant so we can get him closer to being
I won't go easy on you. Just
getting soul, which will be so useful.
I'm Lynn. I won't be holding back.
Oh well, I don't think even if you're holding back, you'll be doing much.
Victory is yours.
To be fair, that is how Lynn works. She has very low strength. Diamant's almost next level. Okay. But man, am I super unenthused about that entire thing. And it sucks that that level was so quick and easy, but the previous one was so extremely hard. It makes sense from like oh, well, you don't want to have like 2 really hard chapters one after another in a way. But in a way, we kind of did. Like, if I was doing an Iron Man, I would have easily lost, like, a lot of these. Who the hell are you? Oh, it's a train. Okay, so inventory-wise. So Zelkov. Store all of your stuff. Kagetsu. Store all of your stuff, because we're not using any of you. We're gonna go look into, the swords. Seeing if we can get any better weaponry. Hopefully, considering that they just, like... Yeah, there we go. Killing Edge. That's like the only thing we're actually gonna grab. Hopefully we can actually get more Master Seals, honestly. Yeah, thank God. 2 Master Seals.
I thank you.
They're really just like, you know what,
you.
we need to make sure that these people are okay mentally.
Come again.
There were some small things, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet on everything. But let's see how many of these we have now. We have 3 of them. Okay, so that means that we can go you. Yeah, I think it's time. Maybe that Fram gets a bit of attention. I wouldn't mind changing her, but the problem is if we change her into a mage, it doesn't do anything. So Martial Master is something really useful, but I feel like High Priest is way better for us. But if we went into mage, we could learn other things. But I feel like the reason why people like this one is because of Diffuse Healer. But if we went into mage, we could then go into Sage, which is essentially the same thing, but at the end of the day, it's kind of not. I think for her, it's just going to be a simple moving to High Priest. It gives her magic, which with Micaiah is essentially just having permanent Micaiah now. I think that's really useful to have now. It also makes her magic way better. I honestly don't think her attack stat is always that useful. I don't think she's ever going to be so strong of a unit that she always can rely on it. We should now be able to... which one is it? This one. Wyvern Knight now with Chloe. So this is another this feels really good. We're really getting our units where we want them. Chloe looking absolutely sick. Literally, she was just like said exactly what I said. Etty, once she learns her skill, can probably become a bow knight. Careful aim is also a generally okay skill. Interestingly, she could in a way become a warrior, but I kinda would rather not. Celine is already there, Louis. So Chloe's there, Lapis is there. It's kind of interesting because I don't know if I really want to promote someone so immediately after getting them. I feel like I'll promo our boy into a general. So he's gonna be our only general of the game. But I think he will work really well as a general. It just accentuates his stats more. The real point of Louis as a unit, in my opinion, is just the fact that he's so bulky. Interestingly, we could actually make him a paladin. He gets -5 defense. He gets +2 move immediately. That could be very interesting. I think we will see on that later. Then Ivy, we can't do anything with you. But yeah. Louis being, I think, getting the swap skill first and then becoming a paladin is probably going to be the best thing for that. But, yeah. Yeah, I think we'll save. And then we might just look at references. See, we only have like 2 supports, really. So Chloe has 2. Okay. There might be some more stuff to do then. So we can now engrave with only maybe 2 things now. Awesome. Yeah, the blazing and the awakening. So the awakening minuses 1 weight and damage. Majorly increases hit and avoid. And then blazing increases a hit a lot. Really weighs down a thing and gives a bit more crit. So I feel like blazing would work really well on a killing axe. Oh, but it knocks down that attack stat so much. But it makes it super accurate as well. I feel like giving this on Diamant will actually be really, really useful. So I think we'll do this. We now have a killer axe of great potential. And now we'll refine that one as well. I do like making the killer weapons, the stronger ones. Oh, we have literally no... So you're telling me that on top of the 2 really hard missions where we got fucked on literally everything...
I'll be here.
On top of that, we also don't get to do anything. Like get any materials as well. That is so rude. We now have the Emerald set, which looks kind of nice, I guess. This one is one that I think works a lot better. This one's just another version of the Cavern set, but worse in my opinion. Sundew. A lot of these are just like reskins in a way. We have the Thick Shades. None of them. I feel like all of them should really be free. It should just be up to player expression, how they dress their units. It shouldn't cost the same materials that it costs to, you know, actually do a lot of crazy things. Inventory-wise, though, we have a few more things now. So I think what we'll do is we'll store all on almost all of these. So then we can kind of get a bit more stuff going. Okay, so Thought is our main character who uses swords and eventually something else. And they kind of just need 2 weapons to kind of be good. We could give them a killing edge, but I might give that to someone else, honestly. So other than that, vulnerary. However, we also got an energy drop, which I'm easily going to be giving to our main character. They have like 9 strength. We really need to up that a bit. So now 11 strength, looking a lot better now. Fram is our resident healer. Oh, I forgot we had warp and shit. So warp, mend. I'll like get a new heal staff a bit later. Honestly, her speed gets downed by 1 by the steel hand art. which isn't even that bad. And as a high priest, she'll actually learn the ability to heal herself. But for now, we'll put a vulnerary on her. Etty is our resident bow user. So essentially, it's just 3 bows. And then just a Healy item. Saline is one of our mages now. But essentially... She also has the ability to use 11. And she also has the ability to use healing staff, so I might put a normal heal on her. And this is how her stat thing will probably be going now. So for Louis, here's our like prime lance unit, who basically uses all the heavy shit. Chloe is our resident killing expert. I'll give them the Wu Dao, honestly, actually. And then for lances, we'll equip the javelin and then the killer lance. So she essentially has 2 weapons that have high crit. One of them being her sword. And then on top of that, she'll have a vulnerary. In the next episode, I'll make sure that all of these are like, you know, maxed up vulneraries and everything. For you, you can have the Killing Edge, an Armor Slayer, what's your normal speed at? 20. Yeah. I think I'll give her basically everything. We can't get another Wu Dao. Funnily enough, it weighs her down 1. But that's better than the Killing Edge in some cases. But then we'll give you a vulnerary. Yet again, we'll give her a better vulnerary later. Diamant, Steel Sword. Kind of the only thing we need, honestly. I might get like another Wu Dao or something when we have the ability to. However, Tomahawk, Killer Axe. I was looking at Tomahawk. So 99 hit. Hand Axe. I mean, it does a lot more. I mean, if we bless the Tomahawk, with, I think the one that gives it a lot of hit, that could become overly useful. Oh wait, no, this goes to her. Yeah, this seems more accurate. And then, yet again, vulnerary, which we'll change later. Ivy, I don't really know how her class works. I think it's just give her spells. Yeah, she can also use healings. I guess we'll get rid of that. We'll have her have 3. Give her a heal staff. Give her a vulnerary. So this is essentially how these characters will look going forward in a way. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be pretty good. Yet again though, still feel really shitty over the video. Just, like, it's such a massive kick in the nuts. Engrave. I feel like I've already engraved one of them. Killing Edge might be interesting. This is so interesting to put on this weapon. Oh, I see. So it is like, it's a thing that you can swap around freely. But it really does actually do something. That's interesting, because, yeah. In a way, I kind of do want it to be on this instead of the other one. Okay, I think I will. I think we'll now have this one have it, and then for the killer axe, we'll have the awakening one on it. Which reduces the might but makes the weight a bit more bearable, which means we won't get as doubled as much. It also means the hit is way better, which helps a lot, because it's going to essentially be the main weapon. But if we go into this now, and we go to Lapis, for instance, with her killing edge, she has 163 hit, with 22 attack and 60 crit, which will go to maybe 70 crit when she goes into combat with her Nevere ring. So essentially, she's just like crazy good now. Diamond, when he has Killer Axe equipped, he avoids a lot. His speed isn't hampered anymore. He has a good amount of hit and crit. Honestly, like, this is basically his best weapon now. There we go. I do want to have all of their kind of most useful items equipped. Okay. This one's kind of interesting. I think we'll equip the Killer Lance, because yet again, she's like a Lance unit by name. I keep forgetting. So equip. Saline. Probably, yeah, equip this. Because it actually gives her the best stuff. And the Levin Sword also is just like basically a fire tome, so that's why we don't have a fire tome on her. Whoops. Get that back. I like how at least we have some of these. I feel like yet again I should have just immediately put like do a lot more stuff. But you know, sometimes life doesn't get to happen. And then equip Libertarian. Okay, so we're going pretty good. We now have a few more things going for us. We're looking pretty hardy in a way after that. But yet again, it still feels really bad. So we're going to go through these support conversations, and after they're done, we're going to end the episode. So, let us begin.
Louis, what are you doing there?
Oh, hello, Divine One. I wasn't doing anything of note, really. Merely observing those two over there chatting with one another.
Okay. And you're doing that, why?
That is the question, is it not? There are all sorts of philosophical implications to the simple act of asking why. To which I suppose I would respond, for edification.
So you watch people chat in order to learn things?
Precisely. There is deep meaning in these seemingly simple encounters. Through observation, many delightful and subtle details reveal themselves. When one treats them as one would treat a gallery piece, can there possibly be any harm?
I think maybe there can. What's right or wrong goes beyond rules and laws. There's courtesy and decency. If you knew they didn't like being watched, you'd stop, right?
But of course, Divine One. I would never elevate my appreciation above their own comfort.
Just so we're clear. Well then, I guess I'll leave you to it.
Very good, Divine One. I trust that I have eased any concerns you had.
My goodness. Is my face so funny that you'd laugh as soon as you see it?
Forgive me, Chloe. Though I wasn't laughing at you. Rather, it was the memory of the first time we met that has me so amused.
Oh yes, how could I forget? My first encounter with the princess. You were at the harbor with your face scrunched up in tears. It was adorable.
I wouldn't say I was in tears. The ship I meant to board couldn't set sail, and I was grasping at straws. That's all.
Which is when I made my entrance. I told you if there was someplace you wanted to go, I could give you a ride on my Pegasus.
And off we went to the tea farm. I'd snuck out of the castle incognito before, but this was something altogether different. I'd never ridden a Pegasus. I can remember my excitement like it was yesterday. The first of many grand adventures.
That day is burned into my memory forever. When they told me you were the princess, I nearly keeled over with shock. I mean, how many people make friends with a girl who turns out to be royalty?
I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't too hard on your nerves.
Oh, it was an honor. Like I was living a real fairy tale. You might say I started a new life that day.
Indeed. You must elaborate.
Oh, I'd be happy to. But not today.
No? I have the time if that's your concern.
Oh, Princess Saline. The best fairy tales leave the audience wanting more. Take a look at that, Louis. Isn't it lovely how that couple shares a meal together? The girl hand feeds the boy, and then the boy returns the gesture. So intimate. Like a prince and princess from my fairy tales.
It's quite a sight. One imagines the sort of lives they lead, how they met, and so forth. It's an interesting change of pace to observe your favorite scenes now and then.
Uh-oh. For someone who just said it's interesting, you don't sound so invested.
I'm sorry. There is something I feel is lacking after all, it seems.
And what would that be?
I'm not certain, but I suspect what's missing is you.
Me? How so?
Everyone adores you, Chloe. You're perpetually surrounded by friends. The closeness you show with those friends. There's nothing quite like it. The sight of it fills me with such joy that I would hold it in my mind forever if I could. The drawback, it seems, is that scenes without you in them lose their luster.
I can tell you mean that as a compliment, so thanks, Louis. But I'd be careful who I said that to. I know where you're coming from with that hobby of yours, but other people, it takes a lot of explanation before people will understand. Not all of them have the patience.
I'll bear that in mind.
We should probably get going. That couple we stared at is starting to stare back.
Yes, perhaps it's time for us to withdraw. Shall we see what else we can see?
That is actually so cute. Are they like basically a canon couple? Also, I like how cool they look together. Like, she's literally wearing like a Triforce pattern shirt, and her arm, like the pauldrons on the side look super sick, and the arm plating as well looks really elegant and nice. And then you just look at him and it's just beef. I can't wait for Ivy to start getting some of these. But I'm really happy that we recruited Diamant. He was my pick. Because if we didn't have him, we would literally only have Louis as a male character. I feel like we really need a little bit of that diversity to make things a little bit more interesting. But secondarily, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 promoted characters. 2 characters that are going to promote into different classes. And then Ivy, who will promote as soon as we can get her to. So, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. And I'll see you in a hopefully way better episode and way more fun and not annoying in the next episode. Have a lovely day, everyone.